The following program is a production of Naleo TV.
And aloha. Welcome to my show. This is The Art of Painting with Rockwood. I'm Rockwood, and we're here in my studio. On today's show, we're going to be doing a tiki playing the ukulele. Stay tuned. All right, and on today's show, we are concentrating on my tiki, playing the ukulele. Now you'll notice on this background right here, this is another one of my epoxy fabrics that I've done. It's actually on masonite board, so and it's I sanded it a little bit so it's not as rough, so it still has that texture of canvas. All right, and I've got my palette set. So we've got my Payne's gray, my black, my white, and my 4 different browns. So I get all my highlights and everything like that. So, as usual, we are going to start out with my favorite filbert brush. Okay, so first we're going to go in here just a little bit of a dark brown, and we're going to go right in the top of his head here, and we're going to put this shadow in here and bring that down like that. And then because this is actually kind of shadowed, we're going to bring that down in there like that. Then we're going to go into my lighter brown and we're going to mix that in here. Now notice I'm still using my scrubbing technique. That's what helps me blend those colors together really nice. That looks good. And now I need to grab my paper towel. Gotta have those paper towels. Again, we're gonna go into the dark. Start on the back side. Remember, my light is coming in from this way here, so all the highlights are gonna be on his right side, my left. And let's go in with that light brown. We're also going to be adding an outline to this when I'm done. So a little darker in here. And I do love doing tikis. Tikis are my favorite thing. I always start with my darks and work my way to the lights. Brown right there. That looks really cool so far. And then what we're going to do is take my lighter brown and just put that highlight right in there. Because this is actually like carved wood. That's not like carved wood, that's technically what it's supposed to be, right? So this is actually going to show the depth of where that carving would be. Man, that looks cool already, doesn't it? now we're going to go in with my medium dark brown. Then we're going to go to the very light, put the highlight right on the edge of this piece here. Now, sometimes what I do is I'll take the light and go towards the darker browns, and then reverse that and go from the darker browns into the light, so I get that real nice shading right there. Just rolling it in until I get the perfect highlight and blend. That looks cool. So this here. All right, so now we're going to do his eyebrow. Actually, I'm going to start on his eyelid. That way I know that I got the darks where I want them. And I'm actually going to put a separation in his eyebrows. I hope this doesn't look all muddy to you. It looks pretty good to me, so. And once I get the outline on there, then it'll all pop for you. But you know what I'm getting. Yes. Okay, so since this eye is closest to the highlight, I'm going to brighten that up just a little bit. Bring the dark. That looks cool. All right, so let me grab a brush here. Grab some black. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in carving for the deeper part, the separation of these carvings. Now this brush here is just a round liner brush that I'm using, and you can see that I'm barely touching the surface. I want to make sure that I get a real good contact, but I don't want to put too much paint on there because then it would make it too wide. Okay, so you can take a look at that. See how nice that line looks right there in the separation. It looks carved already. And I barely did anything. Now we're going to come down here right above the eyebrow. And notice with this, because this paint is kind of thick, what I'm doing is I'm doing a technique where I'm lightly dragging it and going back and forth over it. Unlike when I'm doing pinstriping with my other paint with the enamel, I just put it down and draw it. Put a a little bit black right there just to give it that little bit of depth there. I'm going to separate the eyebrows. I want to put a little bit of carving right there. That looks cool. I want a little thick on this one right here, so I'm going to put a little bit in. And that looks cool. Now I gotta put a little bit of highlight right here. Right, that looks cool. Now I'm going to stay with my liner brush for now, and I'm going to do the eyes here. And then I'm going to work on that nose. Now we're going to go with the lighter brown, because I want to put a separation. This is art, so technically this wouldn't be, like, you wouldn't see this lighter area over here. But since it's a painting and I can do whatever I want, I'm going to put it like this. In order to get the blending in there, I'm going to take that filbert brush and I'm just going to roll it in over those two colors so that it blends nicely. Remember, acrylic paint doesn't dry really quick, but it does dry pretty dang quick. So you got to stay ahead of it. Which is why in this one, the funny thing is, I was tattooing the other day and I was doing a big piece and I was telling the customer why it is I'm able to tattoo so fast, because I can work in one section and get it done and move on to the next section. So by the time we get to the very last part of the tattoo, the whole tattoo's done. I don't have to go back over anything. And there's the eyes. nostrils. Now switching back to the filbert brush, we're going to take up some dark brown, scrub it into his cheeks on this side here. And then his mouth is right here. I know you probably can't see the sketch that I have on here because I know it's kind of dark, but it is in white. I did use my transfer paper to get it on there. I'm probably not going to have time to outline this today, but the main thing is to teach you how to get this painting done. Blend this together here. Then we're going to take that highlight, put that right here on his cheek. Now we need to highlight that nose. Again, you notice that I'm using the paper towel and my thumb to pull off any excess paint because I don't want it to be too much. I'm going to go back to my liner brush and just put that highlight in there just like. Pull it out a little bit just because I don't want it to be hot, but I don't want it to be too bright. But you can see all that detail that I've already got in there. Beautiful. All right, so now we're going to start with the lighter brown. I say lighter brown because it's really hard to distinguish light, medium, and dark when I'm using 4 different colors. Without washing the brush, without rinsing it or scraping it off, I'm just going to go straight into my dark. Pull that off. Blend it. Go into the lighter brown. I know you're having trouble seeing the drawing that's on there because I'm having trouble seeing the drawing on there because it's so small. This is a very small painting for me. And I'm going to do something that probably one of the only artists in the world when I paint tikis. I like white teeth. I think the white teeth make the tiki look happier, more friendly, more fun. And since he's playing an ukulele, that means he's an awesome little dude. Let's rinse the brush out. Go back to my liner brush and grab some black to put the separations. You know. How cool does that look? Okay, so now that bottom lip, because I didn't do that yet. Look at that. Isn't that cool? I love that. He's turning out really good so far. All right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the darkest brown here and I'm going to do the fretboard, which is where the ukulele players make their chords with their fingers. And this guy's really small, so I'm probably not going to put any strings in there, which I think is a waste of time. Get the back of the body there. That comes out. It is kind of weird painting on here because it's like the background is so dark. But it looks good, so now his arm comes down here like this. Now let's put some fingers on this boy. When I drew this, I actually went online and found a bunch of pictures of people playing ukulele so that I could actually mimic the fingering for the chords they were playing, I think. Now let's go back to the liner brush because it's a little bit smaller and I can blend this in like this. Once I outline this, all of that will pop out really nicely. Alright, so I think I'm going to put a little bit of Payne's Gray as a shadow right here. It'll separate the ukulele from the... So I'm going to do the ukulele in the medium brown here. Again, I'm still using the round brush. So it looks like we might have to finish this in another show, because we are nearing the end of this segment. Because I really want you to see how I finish this all up. So alright, so really want to get to this other hand here, because this is, for me, was the most exciting part about this whole idea of doing an ukulele player. I, for one, absolutely love Hawaiian ukulele music. It is the bomb. So do the thumb, and the finger that's picking. Let's get in a little bit of light, so it separates that from the ukulele right there. Go back into my black, because there's what they call sound hole. Yeah, that looks cool. Take a look at that. Isn't that cool? I love that. I got a couple minutes left, so let's get this arm done here. I hope you guys are enjoying watching this, and I really hope that you have some paints and you're trying it. All right, and that's going to do it for this segment. So I hope you've enjoyed what I've done so far. That's what I've got at the end of this show. So what I'm going to do for the next show is I'm going to finish the bottom end here, and then we'll outline it. So stay tuned for next month's show. Thanks for watching. A hui ho. Take care.